Previously on Chosen Ones, our heroes face off against the Jabber yet again, Shui managing to climb out of the well to join his teammates in battle. During their fight, Shui asks the creature what it was trying to show him in the well, to which it ominously replies, "Something great." The black mass the sword singer saw inside the well pulls itself out, entering the fight as it tries and fails to engulf the half-elf. As Brandy, Avayath, and Theo work to weaken the Jabber, it is revealed that they appear to be fighting yet another pale tiefling underneath. Brandy banishes the substance after seeing it move separately from her and pulls her aside to try and calm her down, clearly knowing who she is after calling her by the name Free. He tries to get her to promise that she won't hurt anyone else once the black substance appears, and she says that she'll try as much as she can, but that she needs to stay alive. Sure enough, as banishment ends and Free is covered again, she is only able to remain in control briefly before attacking Brandy, who quickly knocks her unconscious. The group flees as the larger black mass rapidly covers her body, and both it and the reformed Jabber vanish into the ground.
Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
So, we left off with you guys just fighting the Jabber. You have now left that scene and are returning to the library.
To the library we go.
Avayath is going to approach whoever's on watch duty, whichever mentor is awake.
Okay, let me decide. Think about that. It would be... I'm trying to think of someone who wouldn't have... Okay. Win.
All right.
Who's incompetent? Win. Yes.
Yeah. Win is in one of... Not the hallway to get inside. He's in one of the side hallways that have... they all lead to inside, but he's on one of the side entrances that you guys didn't go through to get outside. And you see him walking up and down the aisle.
Avayath tries to sneak his way towards Wynn to avoid waking anybody up.
Go ahead and try and sneak.
Okay, let's see.
You can't say I try and sneak and not
See
roll.
that motherfucking stealth check, baby.
Oh yeah, 7.
7!
Even though you are very loud, it doesn't seem like anyone wakes up.
Ka-choink, ka-choink.
He's like, I'm so quiet.
I'm getting so much better at this. Fucking walks.
I assume Wynn would notice as he gets closer and closer, and he's like, "Oh, Wynn, we've got a bit of a problem. Shui went out and got attacked by a Jabber, so I feel like you should just be aware."
You see him actually start when you come up, like he didn't hear you coming, and looks around. He's just like, snuck up on me.
Yes, I'm very good at sneaking. Yeah, so Shui, I don't know why he was out there, but just something to note, Jabber's attacking.
You guys left the building? When? That's my name.
Oh,
no, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know when Shui left. The rest of us heard him screaming and chased after him just now.
You see the gears turning in his brain. He's like, I did not hear anyone scream.
It was pretty distant. Actually, I think it was only Theo who heard it. The rest of us were woken up.
Still, if it woke one of you guys up, I feel like I would have heard that.
Avayath shrugs. Theo's very perceptive, I guess.
When you shrug, he is looking at you and seems very confused. He's like, do that again.
He shrugs, his giant shoulder pads go up.
Yeah, you hear like very loud clattering noises when you do it, but you see Wynn kind of squint at that and he's like, that's weird.
What's weird?
You're not making any noise when you move with your giant ass armor. No, he doesn't. Sorry.
Your stupid ass armor that I fucking hate. Why do you wear it all the time? God, you're such a fucking idiot. I hate you, Avayath. I hate you.
I forget Wynn doesn't curse sometimes.
Does he not?
He doesn't curse. He's not supposed
what a good
to.
Christian boy.
If he does curse, it's me fucking up. But yeah. I don't hear anything coming from your armor. Usually that's pretty noticeable.
Do you hear this? He clangs his sword again. Oh no, you're gonna wake everybody up. He's a dumbass.
Yeah, I would note everyone who is currently in the other room, if they haven't followed Avayath, can hear that, but Wynn's just kind of frowning and is just like, Nope.
Well, that was really loud just now.
The fuck is that?
Why are you clanging so loudly?
Oh, sorry. It was just a test.
Shui's just like, yeah, it's really not a big deal. I'm okay.
Well, the mentors have to know what's going on.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's going on too. When seems very confused and is just like, if it's some kind of magical silence or something, that shouldn't affect me.
This shit's happened before. It ain't the first time.
It kind of happens with the jabbers, the weird silences.
Then it would have to be a spark. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, fucking, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
We're just, this is what we know.
We know about as much about these things as you do.
I'll talk to Astel about it. You see, he seems kind of sad that he's like, I have to ask for help. Thanks for telling me, though, you guys. If something like that happens again, just try and grab us before you run out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. To grab someone before we run out. And slowly, looks down at Shui.
Looks away.
Shui, what were you doing out there?
It woke me up, and it just, I don't know, it just, he looks like he's in trouble, he got caught by mom or some shit. Doing something.
He is in trouble.
With his hand in the cookie jar, and he's like, fuck, I don't want to be here.
He is in trouble by a parental figure, you're correct.
It didn't seem like it was going to hurt me, and it didn't really hurt me. It just wanted to show me something down the well.
But that would hurt you, right? How far did you fall? You're okay, right? He's checking him over again.
She's like, Theo, I'm fine. I'm okay, really. And I don't know how far down I was. I can't remember.
They tried to push you into a well?
Yeah, what's down there? Do you know?
Nothing. That well's been dried up since we came here.
Something very large came out of it.
Came out of it?
Black tendrils.
Nasty. Sorry.
It looked like Venom from Spider-Man.
Oh my god. Have you been hanging out with Arthur?
Doesn't
No.
exist in this universe.
Arthur showed me a bunch of weird movies and it looked like...
This is some into the Spider-Verse shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
When at this point you see him kind of sigh and he pulls out a little notepad from his back pocket and starts to write down things that you guys have said.
Wow, Master Wayne, I didn't know you could write. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Sure.
You said you're kidding, right?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Wayne just fucking breaks down and cries right then.
Yeah.
I'm not that stupid, you guys. Yeah. You do see when he's flipping through it to find a new page, there's a bunch of little doodles on it.
What do they look like?
They seem to be pictures of ingredients.
Wingdings.
Wayne.
You know what? That's actually kind of accurate to the purpose.
I was hoping they would be the pictures of his girlfriend that he drew.
Not in this one, no.
The sun.
That's in his private sketchbook.
It's in his private. This is his I have to help my girlfriend cook sketchbook.
This is my safe for work sketchbook.
Oh my god. I don't like that. You're implying he draws bad pictures of Fiora, and I don't like that.
Maybe it's a paint me like one of your French girl situations.
Anyway. Yeah, he starts writing down what you guys have told him, so he doesn't forget, and looks to all of you, and is just like, well, you guys should go back to sleep. I'll wake the next person up on shift and let him know what's going on.
Okay, as long as it's well taken care of, I would love to go rest.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear you guys.
No, it's okay. I only got Avayath and Brandy up when I heard it, so it's not your fault.
Yeah, just make sure you grab one of us if something happens.
Yeah.
I know in the moment it can be hard, but trust me, it's better to have someone around who's got a little more experience.
Yeah, I would agree. It was really something out there. I'm gonna go lay down now.
Yeah.
You guys have had a pretty rough day.
It's fine.
Wait, why am I here? Oh no! Shoot!
What happened?
He's supposed to be watching Peter.
Okay.
Hey, Wynn, I have a feeling that you're supposed to be watching Peter.
Oh shoot!
I forgot. Ah, shit.
Oh my god. That is in character for him to be like, well, it's time for my watch, and to come all the way back here.
I can't believe that we just had this whole conversation with Lynn only to realize he's not supposed to fucking be here.
He isn't, but that's very funny. That's very funny that he's here.
Fucking dipshit. God.
He finishes writing what he's writing, and he's just like,
as he finishes writing what he's writing, Libris walks out and is just like, Wynn, what the fuck are you doing here?
Does Theo actually say that, though?
Hey, Wynn, I have a feeling weren't you supposed to be watching Peter?
It was my turn for watch.
But you can't, I mean...
You were already on watch, bud.
But at the library, I take the third shift.
I think they can cover it when you have other things that they've already told you to do.
Looks a little sad, and it's just like, okay, I'll go back.
So, sorry, I mean, it just dawned on me out of nowhere.
I know, no, you're right.
Young man, don't fucking get this attitude.
Did you say young man?
Yeah.
He's the same age as Theo.
Shut up. He's acting like a child.
Wynn just kind of sighs a bit and puts his stuff away and, like, goes to leave to go back to Peter's cabin after that oopsie. At least it was Wynn, a character I could justify.
Yeah. Because imagine if it was, like, Estel, or if it was Peter.
Yeah,
Peter's here!
Peter's like, what's up, dude? Ha, idiots.
That would have been funny. Peter, they're just like, oh, Peter, you're not supposed to be here. Aren't you supposed to be, like, locked up?
He's like, oh yeah, that's right. And then fucking transforms.
Alright, I'm fucking possessed right now. Oops, I kinda, let me
shit,
just...
that's right. Ha ha ha.
No, that's his plan. He made them feel safe. But it's actually, he's still possessed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to stop calling it possessed too, because he's technically, it's a merging thing, but yeah. Yeah, so Wynn goes off after that. I would say on your way out of the hallway that you're in, you would see probably Libris in a different hallway walking around, very clearly on her own watch.
Oh, Libris. Hey? Excuse me?
She turns when she sees you, and she's just like, oh, what are you all doing up?
Oh, well, we just told Wynn all this, but, you know, the jabber's out there.
You went outside to talk to Wynn?
No, he was in here. He got confused. He was on watch, and he thought he would have to be on watch here. You know, it's the whole thing. Anyway, so...
Frown. Big frown.
There was a jabber out there, so be aware of that.
Oh, another one. You went out to see it?
No? I'm kidding.
One of us did.
Shui, don't lie.
He's not lying. I was kidding.
Why didn't any of you grab someone?
It was very in the moment because Shui was screaming, and so I just kind of freaked out. I'm sorry I didn't get anyone else.
As long as none of you are hurt.
He looks over at Brandy, who's at half health, right?
We're fine.
Libris blinks over at you with her non-dark vision eyes. And she's like, okay, well, I will make sure to bring this up with others in the morning. It probably isn't a good idea for me to go out and look right now.
No, yeah, of course not.
Where did you see it?
The well?
Well, gotcha. We will.
Oh, and a big black mass came out of the well as well.
It looked like Venom from Spider-Man.
I
Would
see.
you stop breaking the fourth wall?
No. I'm speaking directly to you, audience. Send your fan art to P.O. Box. No? Okay.
Okay, oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, Liberus just looks concerned at that, but nods. And is just like, well, I didn't hear anything. I'm the closest hallway to the well, too.
Weird silences go on when jabbers are around. It's a whole thing.
Wynn says it has to be a spark because it affected him too.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, it's a real fun time.
Do jabbers have sparks?
Couldn't tell you.
Seems to be thinking. Okay, well, go to bed, all of you. We'll talk more tomorrow, okay?
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
you don't have to go to bed if you
I'm
don't
just
want
kidding.
to, Brandy.
No, shut up.
Okay.
All right. Stay safe. Let's go. And he'll pull Brandy along. And as he pulls Brandy along, since they're about to go to sleep anyway, but he also feels bad, he'll just heal him up more as they go.
You don't have to do that. I'm fine.
Look, I feel bad. I don't want you to try to sleep with all those injuries.
I'm fine. Injuries magically cure overnight. Everybody knows this.
Look, I don't want you to try to
It's
sleep
the
when you're in
wonderful
pain.
thing about this world.
So much fourth wall breaking at the beginning
It's
of
fine.
this episode.
Look, I'm sorry. It's been a sec. Ugh.
No, I'm fine, really. I'm doing a lot better.
So you guys go to bed. Uninterrupted sleep for the rest of the evening. All right, so you guys get up.
Wait.
Okay.
As they're like laying down, Shui's like, "Hey, what happened to the jabber?"
Got absorbed by that goo.
Huh. I hope they weren't hurt too badly.
I have a feeling they'll be fine.
Did you know them too?
No.
Shui falls silent for a bit, and he's like, oh, "Okay." And he's like, "Sorry, about the trouble."
You're fine.
The tiefling underneath the strange jabber material didn't seem like they were running away. Did they choose to stay?
She was real scared. Said that jabber juice was keeping her alive.
Huh.
That's
That's unfortunate.
weird.
I mean, I could see it. She was shriveling up without it. So, seems like it tracks.
Shriveling up.
Like a corpse.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try to find a cure then, if we have the chance. It's hard to find a cure if we don't know what the problem is, though.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe.
We'll worry about this tomorrow. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night again, everyone.
Shui's already asleep.
You hear little snores, yeah.
Avayath is on guard, so he sleeps with his armor on.
Sleep with the armor on.
That is the most uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
Maybe his like insides. Maybe the inside of his armor is padded, or like red velvet.
Puts like his pillows and shit in there.
Yeah. Air conditioned.
Extra protection.
Yes.
He's actually a halfling in a mech suit. We forgot to mention.
So you guys
Avayath inspired Iron Man.
go
That's
to
the
sleep.
AU.
Let me let you go to sleep. You guys go to sleep, uneventful night, nothing else happens, and wake back up in the morning as people start to stir to get ready. It looks like most people are heading out. The cooks don't seem to be here now that they've been given the okay that they can go back to work at their normal location.
You hear that, y'all? Quarantine's over.
Oh boy.
Finally!
If you don't stop breaking this fourth
Oh,
wall.
that's gonna really date this episode, man.
Oh yeah, that's gonna date this episode. It's never mind. It's fine.
Quarantine's over.
I'm starving. I want breakfast.
Yeah.
I used up magic and energy last night. I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's go eat, huh?
I think Shui left already.
In the morning?
Yeah, in the morning. Because I want him to help cook.
Okay. Are you telling anyone, or are they going to wake up with you gone?
And they're gonna wake up with him gone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I mean, let
gosh.
me roll a D3. I was like, how many of y'all are there? So, Avayath will be number 1. Brandy will be number 2. Theo will be number 3. And no one will be number 4. I'll roll a D4.
Okay.
Number 2. Brandy!
Ugh.
That makes sense. Brandy got the maddest at you.
So, Shui he gets up, gets ready, prepares for, I guess, what he's gonna do, and then he kind of crawls over to Brandy. Hey, Brandy! Brandy! And he's kind of shaking him.
He looks like he wakes up in like a cold sweat.
Oh, I didn't think it was that hot in here. Are you okay?
Kind of like looks around. Yeah, I'm fine. What? Did you see anything? What time is it?
Really early. I'm gonna go help cook.
Oh, all right. Gotcha.
Smiles. Leaves. A big wave from door.
Brandy stays awake after that and gets ready.
Should
On
you
the
go?
way there. Sorry. On the way there, I want to look at Will.
Go for it. Roll investigation. What'd you
I'm
get?
so fucking disappointed. I got a 3.
Here it comes. No, just kidding. Sorry.
Shoots out and grabs you like a
Yeah.
goosebumps buck.
It's a pretty far drop down that well, and it's hard for you to really get a good look at the bottom. It does not appear like there's any water in it, but you can't really make out any details.
Can I throw a pebble in there or something?
Sure.
Like down the well.
It takes a hot minute, but you hear it hit the bottom with the sound of rock hitting rock.
Okay. Interesting. Hello.
Hello. No, it's not. I'll stop fucking with you. Hello.
Does it echo like that though?
Yeah, it echoes back.
Okay. Interesting.
And she was like, "There's someone in there." No.
Yeah, no. Hold on, I'll save you. No. He goes off to cook now.
Yeah, you go back to the cooking tent. You find Fiera and Oscar inside cooking, and offer to assist them. Are you rolling performance?
Yes. Okay. I rolled a 12 plus 4. Okay.
So, better than average. Not a bad job. It is so wild, by the way, to hear other people play D&D who haven't played D&D a lot. Someone's like, I got an 11. And they're like, that's pretty good. Good job. And I'm like, that's so different from how we perceive roles. That I was listening to the BuzzFeed crew play, and that's how they are, and it just made me laugh. But yeah, you do a pretty good job helping them cook. You can decide if you want what you guys make today.
I want it to be a little harder than pancakes.
What do you want? You want meat?
I want meat, yeah. I want some meat. But also, can we get some Belgian waffles?
Sure. Oh, harder. I thought you said hardier.
No,
and I was like,
harder.
okay.
No, what the hell?
Okay. I was like,
said
hardier.
You was like meat, yes.
Well, it's 'cause I thought you said hardier, and that was the only thing I could think of.
Harder,
harder.
I don't know, omelet. I don't know.
Make some nice omelets.
Hooray!
Little crepes.
Little crepes. Once again, he thanks them for letting him get some experience cooking. He's learning a lot. He's like, oh, hey, do you have like a recipe book or something?
I have one, yeah.
Can I read it?
Sure, but you just have to make sure that you give it back. We don't have many of them.
Okay, he says.
He pulls out a very worn-looking recipe book. Starts to hand over to you, but then you see Fira, like, glow a little brighter for a moment, and it's just like, wait, no, not that one. And she reaches forward and grabs it, and Oscar kind of looks at her, and she's like, that's my copy. And he's like, okay, sure. And he reaches and he grabs another one and hands it to you. You see the one that she took looks like it has a bunch of, like, notes and things sticking out of it.
Okay. Wiggles eyebrows. She takes the one that Oscar gives him. And he's like, thank you so much.
No problem. Just make sure you give it back.
Okay, he says again. And he's gonna start like setting plates.
And we can have the other PCs and NPCs start to wake up at this point and start heading out.
Theo gets up and then says the thing he said about I'm really hungry because I fought last night and used magic.
As soon as Avayath gets up, he's loud as fuck. He's just like, it's time for breakfast!
Oh, boy.
You see several NPCs like groggily stir and are just like, oh, what the hell?
Clank, clank, clank.
Morning, Yaya, Shui says as he's waving. He's really loud. Like he sees Avayath from far away. He's like, morning, Yaya!
Good morning! Avayath grabs out his Bible and reads as he waits for his food.
Like he's at a fancy restaurant with his Bible. Looks kind of like a menu.
Yeah. It looks more like he's at a restaurant because he's like reading it with his finger.
Does he have a bib?
Yeah, he'll have a bib. Sure. Why not?
You gotta keep the armor clean.
It's like one of those ones where it's like it's got like a pattern or something on it of mountains across.
I love that. Shui, once again, balancing plates, delivers one to Yaya.
Ooh, this looks amazing.
She's like, thanks, I made that one. I drew a smiley face.
Oh, you did? Well, you're a natural cook, I suppose.
I imagine, because we did omelets and he drew a smiley face, that he put like syrup from the pancakes they had before on it. Like he thought, like he didn't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever had like an omelet.
Don't you have syrup with your egg?
It's like maple syrup?
Occasionally, I do.
I've never done that
Maybe
before.
it's because I don't like eggs that much and I have to drown it in syrup.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that before.
Oh, that's how I always eat eggs. It's like I have to have syrup with my eggs.
I don't do that, but I mean, I have had that. It tastes good.
I guess I'm the weird one.
Anyways, Avayath puts syrup on his eggs, and...
He covers up the smile that the Shui so carefully drew with syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that.
As it's getting
Wait,
covered,
no.
you see the smile turn into a frown as it's covered in syrup.
Stop.
So Theo's gonna go up and sit with Avayath.
Delivers Theo a plate.
Thank goodness. I was gonna check for you by the well. I forgot I was gonna do that. Pretend he went and just didn't see him around.
She was like, oh, I went there earlier. I didn't see anything in the well.
Well, that's reassuring.
But it seems like it went really far down.
I'm glad that you didn't fall all the way then.
How deep was it? Like, when you fell into the well, was it like, whoa? Or was it like, oh, kind of deep?
I don't know. I think it was more like, oh, I'm falling. No, I'm kidding. No. Yeah, he's just like, it was more like, because
Oh, I see.
it was,
This is how they determine the deepest?
yeah.
So it was in the middle. No.
Yeah, he's like, it's hard to tell because I caught myself. That goo down in there, I couldn't tell where the bottom was.
Well, maybe we should... Well, of course we should tell the mentors about the well and everything. But we'll worry about that after breakfast.
Brandy, where are you?
Here I am.
Delivers Brandy him food.
Thank you.
Brandy's is an even bigger smiley face. With a halo. That one was for Avayath, but he fucked up. So now it's Brandy's.
So the one that has a bigger smile and a halo, like that one was not for you, but you get it.
Avayath looks closer and his has like little devil horns. No.
No!
Fucking evil smile.
What's that
Angry
purple
eyebrows.
demon? Yeah, that purple demon one.
Did Theo's have a smile?
Theo's had Theo written on it.
Did it really have Theo
Yeah.
written on it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's why he didn't mix it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, he gives the Theo one to Brandy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be funny. Anyway, we've dwelled on this omelet for a while. So you guys eat your breakfast as the morning continues to go on. You see eventually Libris and Estel come out. Doesn't look like Arthur's here. Flynn also comes through. It looks like he grabs a plate before escorting himself back to his cabin. And you guys eat your breakfast pretty uneventful, no big announcements or anything. As you guys are eating though, you do see she looks a little better than she did yesterday. Essence start to kind of come up to your table.
Essence, have you come here to join us?
Morning, Essence!
Y'all.
She looks so disgusted at both of you.
Please excuse my friend's Essence. How are you?
I'm doing fine. She looks towards Shui and is just like, I want to train with you today.
Huh?
He says, and like, food splatters.
Shui, please.
And then he like slams his hands down on the table and like stands up. He's like, really? Do you mean it?
She like looks clearly startled at that and frowns a little bit and is just like, yeah, we need to train and I need to have a sparring partner, Libra said, and you're already training with her, so it makes sense.
And she smiles big, and he's just like, oh, that's so great, Essence. I'm so excited. And he's like trying to like remove himself. How do you describe this motion? He's leaving the table. Leg over the bench, other leg over the bench. And he's like,
You are getting up and leaving the table, yes?
thank you. And he's just like, when do you want to start?
I don't know, after breakfast, I guess.
Oh, you should have an omelet.
I'm not hungry.
The omelets were really good though.
Avayath, please.
I would expect more from you, Avayath.
I have a bib, so it's okay now.
No, fucking finish what you're chewing. Don't speak with your mouth full.
She just shakes her head and is like, I'm not hungry.
I can't imagine why after seeing this.
Yeah, despite everything, I do love you guys. But just please, can you eat normally?
She kind of shares a look at the vibe, like this is normal. Like,
Yeah, the same thing.
Theo looks up at Brandy and he's like, I guess it's 50-50.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
okay. And he sits back down and gives her a wave and watches her walk away.
She hesitates and looks like she's about to wave at you and then like slaps her own hand down and keeps walking.
Okay. Shui will win, I'm telling you.
It would be nice if she just admitted she liked hanging out with you, Shui.
That would be nice, huh? Peter did it. Did Peter do it? I don't know.
Peter came around to your
Peter came
charms.
around.
It's true.
And as you guys continue to eat, eventually you see Estel also approaching your table. She looks like she has 2 plates. One has been cleared off and the other one hasn't. And she seems a little upset when she comes over. And she's just like, Brandy, I'm training with you today.
Gotcha.
And then she walks away.
Mentor Estel?
She stops. Yes, Shui.
How's Master Peter?
Doing better.
Can I see him?
She seems like she's hesitating, and she's just like, maybe one more day.
Looks a little disheartened, but understanding. He's like, okay.
Were you told about the event last night?
Yes, Libris mentioned it to me. And when?
Right, okay, so they definitely told you about the thing that came out of the well, right?
Yes, I had a look this morning, but I didn't see anything inside. I'll do a little more in-depth searching later in the day.
Right.
I think whatever's in there is gone now.
Okay, if I can be of any help with research or anything, I'm happy to do that.
If you would like to help me search the tomes, you can, but I don't know if we'll have much luck with this.
Right. I don't even know where I'd start, honestly.
Probably in the same time period the jabbers were mentioned, but that is dated as far back as our records go, so it could be quite hard to find texts that are still legible.
Right.
Ain't Arthur a time traveler? Couldn't you ask him to go and...
He hasn't come back yet from whatever he's doing. I don't know when he'll return.
Y'all don't have ways of contacting each other?
Not when he's there, no. Usually he's checked in with us by now. He's probably just wrapped up in something.
So, Theo thinks about how he learned very well how to make the circle, but he's also like, I don't want to risk that. Yeah, he thinks about how he did really well on the circle, but he's also thinks about how Arthur was like, you don't want to fuck this up. So Theo's like, he'll come back. Could have been hundreds of years for him by now.
He gets distracted at times and doesn't always set his timer to come back at the right time if he can't remember when he left, so...
Wonderful.
He'll come back eventually, he always does.
And Shayna sweats about the fact that he made a blueprint of Theo. And, you know, he said he'd get rid of it, but, like, when? Like, he didn't say.
He said he would. He said he did immediately. He's like, I'll go back right now and get rid of it.
That's what he said.
Yeah, you know, as being something of a scientist, I have a feeling. How would he pass that up, you feel me?
Cool, see you later.
Bye. She exits. And you guys are just chilling, just vibing. Is there anything that you guys as characters wanted to do for today besides what I've already set up?
Leave the compound. I'm just kidding.
Avayath just his usual routine, going to the church, working out, maybe training if Shui's up for it. Nothing new.
So Shui and Theo and Brandy, if they are doing anything, let me know.
Other than not training with Essence, there's nothing, and Avayath, there's nothing, like, noteworthy Shui's doing, other than, trying to commune with Beastblade, as he's been doing. Even though Estel told him to wait another day, I think he'd probably try to stop by Peacher's cabin.
Okay.
Since it's kind of, right behind theirs. So, yeah, Shui goes back to cabin.
You see Wynn kind of looking bored, sitting outside.
Oh, Master Wynn.
Oh, hey. What are you doing here, kid?
Well, I was just walking by and I thought I'd see how Master Peter's doing.
Oh, I don't know. He's not talking.
I don't really understand what's happening to him.
He didn't take any of his medicine, I guess, or something. Or not what he was supposed to be taking.
How did that Abagrim do that?
He kind of looks at you quizzically. Do what?
Possess Peter like that. Master Peter like that. He would never say him by his first. He would never call him by his first name. Possess Master Peter like that.
He's not possessed.
Go on. She's looking at Wen expectantly.
He was merged a long time ago. You know Alia, right? When she was here, she can do that to people.
Oh, I think I did hear that. What does merging mean?
It's not the same as possession. Estel's tried to explain it to me a few times. It's like two things become one more so than anything.
So the abigram, Master Peter is the abigram?
Kinda. Fiends were a new territory. It seems to affect it a little differently. Usually how would Estel say it? The stronger-willed person is the one who has the more say. It's not like a 50-50 split.
How are you able to stop it from happening then?
Stop what?
Well, when Master Peter or the abigram kind of went crazy yesterday, you touched him and then he calmed down.
Oh, yeah. That's because fiends are mostly, a lot of their energy and stuff comes from magic, so it helps me make sure one is more in control than the other.
Ah. Shui says, like, oh, okay, I see.
It's the same with the Brandy stuff that he's supposed to be taking. It's meant to suppress stuff like that. Not magic necessarily, but toxins, and in its own weird way, it considers a fiend, I guess, a toxin.
Huh. That gooey stuff, is that like a toxin?
Oh, the moss stuff?
Oh, yeah.
As far as we can tell, the stuff has been affecting it.
Okay. Should we, I don't know, files this information away? What will he do with it? Don't know. I don't know. But he's just like, he points at the cabin, and he's just like, Minter Estel said that Master Peter's feeling better, but we still can't see him, can we?
No, not until he takes his medicine like he's supposed to be doing.
He's just like, why won't he take it?
It has some side effects to it. You were there, right, when he gave some to your friend, didn't he?
To Brandy?
Yeah. We do, like, stocks and stuff to make sure we know what we have, and Estel said that we had a couple missing because Peter took them.
What kind of side effects does it have?
Can make people really angry, really upset, really tired sometimes, too. Depends on the person. Sometimes it can make people feel a lot weaker than they're used to. Just some people, though, not everyone.
That one time where Brandy kind of, when he raged for the first time and scared Shui, Shui's like, oh, okay, maybe it was the medicine. Shui says, well, I'm gonna go train with Essence soon, so, or I think I am. I'm waiting on her to come get me, but will you be here later?
I'll be here all day.
Shui kind of looks sympathetic. Hey, are you hungry at all?
He looks up at you and is just like, sure.
Smiles, and he pulls out a book he got from Oscar. Mr. Oscar gave this to me. It's a recipe book. I want to learn how to cook better.
You see him kind of blush at that, and he's just like, wait, which book is that? And he looks at it, and he's like, oh, okay.
She says, back up. You're not supposed to touch this. This is mine. No. No.
His single child syndrome is showing.
She's like, the first recipe here is for some kind of sandwich. Huh. I'll go make you one of these, he says, holding the book upside down.
Wynn reaches up and grabs it and flips it back around the other way.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Be right back.
There you go.
And he's gonna run off to make Wynn a sandwich and then deliver it to him.
So as you guys are going through your daily motions after breakfast, Avayath goes off to train, Shui goes off to try and find Peter, Theo goes off.
Theo wanted to hang out with Brandy, and then when Brandy has to go train with Estel, he'll actually he might hang out with oh no, Titus. Okay, I remember his name.
No.
I couldn't remember his name.
It just made me laugh. Okay, cool. So you're hanging out with Brandy for a bit, and as you are, eventually Estelle returns. She finds you two out and about walking, and approaches, and is just like, Brandy, are you free to train?
Yeah, sure.
All right, come with me. This could take a while.
Theo sighs sadly.
I'll see you in a bit.
He nods and he'll lean up for a kiss.
He gives him a kiss goodbye.
Though.
Yay.
You're fucking gay, Estelle says to me as I continue walking with her.
She just quietly watches until you're ready and follow
Don't
her.
Watch.
You're just kissing.
How do you feel?
Would you prefer she look away?
Yes. No, I don't care. I don't care. Brandy's embarrassed. If he, turns around and sees her staring at him, he'd be like,
It's not like an observational, calculating stare. She's just waiting for you.
You kiss wrong, and then continues walking.
Estelle bites her lip and nods yes.
Oh, God. I'd kill Estelle.
Estelle takes you up again to her office, her private office, not the side office, and invites you to come inside. And she's like, hold on, I need to go grab some papers from the other one. I'll be back in a moment.
Alright.
And she goes into the other office and then returns a few moments later with some papers in her hand, one of which you recognize immediately as the one you had found before that you wrote down a copy of that is sitting on top.
Oops.
And she's just like, so we'll be contacting your patron today. And she starts rummaging through her papers before she pulls out a blank one, an ink pen, and sits down. It looks like she's about to start writing. And she's like, okay, let's start with what we know. And she pauses for a moment and looks back up at you and just says, did you always have a pact with them, or is this a recent development?
It's a newer thing as far as I'm aware.
New as in a few months, a few days. I mean, not a few days, obviously, but...
I think it's been 2 months, 3 months. Or it could have been a very, very long time. It's weird. I'd say a few months. Probably.
I see. If that's your perception of it, we'll go with that. Arthur informed me your patron is the Magic Man.
The Magic Man.
Or rather, I figured it out based on your report. He likes to leave out key details.
Of course.
Yes, well, he wasn't able to get an accurate reading on even the basics such as your age, and that's very strange for even Arthur to admit. Same as not being able to get a read on a patron.
I mean, I'm 30-ish.
How long have you been 30? No, sorry, no.
I don't know.
The Magic Man would make sense given your circumstances as well. Luckily, I have a little bit of information on that patron in particular, which is more than most of the world can say, but they're not well known by any means. If you've ever tried to look for information on them, you would know that.
Yeah, I did a bit of researching myself, didn't really find a whole lot.
There aren't a lot of written texts. They've been around like most of the gods for a while, but they seem to predate a lot of things in this universe. It's hard to pinpoint when exactly they appeared. And they aren't a god, or a fiend, or fae, or anything along those lines. They exist somewhere outside of that. I guess you could say they're on whatever hellscape of a plane Arthur is on. Existing and not existing at the same time.
Fun.
If you had to give them a title, based on, again, the little information I know, they prefer to be called an entertainer.
I see.
I don't know how you would classify that if you were doing things in a magical sense, but... yes.
Yeah, that's, interesting.
Have you ever tried talking to your patron before, reaching out to it, asking questions, any of that?
I think I've done something once or twice, but not really. I've heard him, though. Once.
Was it a direct contact on your end? Did you reach out first?
Oh, the only time I think I've heard him talk to me was he reached out to me.
Okay, so you don't have a direct connection as far as you're aware.
As far as I know. I think I've had an interaction with him twice in my life.
I see. Well, we do at least have a surefire method we can use to contact that specific patron. I've used it before in the past. And she very carefully pulls out that old-looking sheet of paper that you had before that you found and puts it out in front of you. And kind of looks around the room warily and looks at you and says, "There aren't many copies of this, so we should be absolutely careful with it. I'm not even supposed to have this one."
Gotcha.
And then she kind of looks at you, very clearly concerned, and she's like, "I'm sure you saw how obsessed Arthur is with him.
Sure is.
I don't deny Arthur is a help to this program and surely knows more about the future than even myself, but magic like this is easy to drown yourself in. I wouldn't be offering it to you if you didn't have a pre-established connection, so perhaps don't mention this to him, that I own this."
Yeah, that is fine by me. He is, lost in his own ambition, I'd say.
He just has a lot of big pictures about the world and has trouble focusing on the now.
He sure does.
But like I said, he has done a lot to support this program as a whole. Just a bit misguided in his ideas of how to help at times.
Right.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about Arthur. She kind of like waves her hand a bit dismissively, like she's trying to clear the room of him.
Enough gossiping.
Enough gossiping.
I love these chats we have.
She takes a deep breath and she pushes it across the table towards you, and you see her kind of whisper a little bit under her breath. And as you see her do that, it looks like the paper shifts a bit and shifts into...
What'd she say?
She just seems to be casting a spell.
What spell?
We can roll Arcana if you want.
Me do want. Just to be an asshole and make this drag out longer. I have a bonus in Arcana? Fuck yeah, dude. 16.
You would say it seems to be an alteration of comprehend languages. But like not the normal spell, like different version of it. And she does that, and you can see in front of you the words start to kind of adjust and rearrange themselves into, not strangely, a language that you recognize, but you're still able to understand. Like, it seems like when you look at it, it keeps shifting, but you are able to understand it.
Okay.
And she looks at you, and she says, "Go ahead and read it. I'll see you when you get back." And she gives you a very tight smile. "Tell me how it goes."
He's not gonna, kill me or anything, is he?
"I think if he wanted to kill you, you wouldn't be here."
Yeah, probably.
Looks at paper.
Looking at it and reading it over, it definitely has that kind of vibe of this is a flyer, like you would get if you were going to a carnival or a stage show. Yeah, it's got that kind of strange kind of looking font and language to it. And as you're reading it in your head, or out loud, up to you, but as you're reading it out loud.
I like how you said, you're reading it in your head or out loud, up to you, as you're reading it out loud.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, so you start reading it, and it reads, "The Magic Man, the passive performer, the talent scout, the key in the chaos. Come see his show. It's a live event. You're in it." And as you read that, this mist kind of starts to form around you, and you see Estel very clearly tense at that as you get sucked up into it and vanish.
Throw up a peace sign before I get yoinked.
And you appear here. Yeah, you appear here. just completely alone in this room, these strange looking machines with a red blinking sign that you read says on air, which seems strange. That doesn't seem like a phrase you've heard. And these two devices behind it that music seems to be coming out of. Similar to what Arthur called a radio that you saw, but seemed to be a little more advanced or different stylistically. It's hard for you to tell. And in this room is a top hat sitting in front of you.
I look around the room to see if anybody's here.
I'll roll a perception check.
I'd love to. Do I have anything in perception? Sure don't. Except for +2.
Also that fucking booming box over there.
4.
No. In the black expanse around you, you do not see anything.
Oh, there are no walls. It's just blackness around me, huh?
Yeah, just a black expanse. It's like this carpeted floor is floating in the midst of nothing.
Okay. I'll go over here and look at the boxes.
They seem to be, again, playing some kind of strange music that you have never heard before. This tone, the way that it sounds, it's very strange.
Wonder if I could learn to play something like that. Hello?
You see the hat on the ground seem to kind of like shift a little oddly.
Looks down at the hat.
It like seems like it jumps again.
Our magic man?
As you say that, you see kind of like, almost like over the top cheesy sparks kind of fly off of this hat as it flips itself over top onto the backside. And you see kind of just like a hand and a cane reach out and stick itself out of the hat onto the ground. And very slowly, a figure pulls itself out, coming out of this hat and placing it on top of its own head.
Hello?
Hello, Brandy. So excited to see you again.
Oh, I love it. That's so fucking good.
Are you enjoying your encore?
I mean, it's certainly very gracious of you. I appreciate it.
Well, not everyone gets a second chance at life. You're rewriting your own script, as it were.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Of course, I'm surprised to see you here. How did you get in?
I had a ticket, I guess.
A ticket? Not many of those out there anymore.
Yeah, so I've heard. It's a pretty big honor, I guess.
Honor? What a way of putting it. I'm just a stage man. I'm very excited to bring you back onto the stage, though.
Yeah. Pleasure to, be here and
he looks around.
Where are we exactly?
You're backstage right now.
Ah. Gotcha.
Be careful what you say.
You see him kind of go up to the sign and like tap it a bit with his cane and look back up at you, and you see the vaguest outline of what appears to be light coming through the top of his face, like where a mouth would be, in the shape of like a smile, as he looks towards you.
Yes, we're on air right now, so there's people listening.
Oh. There are folks listening, huh?
Well, of course, every show has an audience.
Right.
Looks into camera.
Oh my god.
Haha, now I can fourth wall break. Okay, but yeah, he nods.
Right, I'll watch my tongue, I guess.
Well, how are you enjoying life so far, Brandy? Or is that what you came here to talk to me about? Probably not. You probably have a lot more questions than that.
I mean, I'm sure I have a lot of questions, but it's real hard to, think of them right now. I would say, yeah, I'm appreciating it a lot more than, my first go, I guess.
I always love a comeback. Things didn't really work out well last time. For you, that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure didn't.
It's fine. Always ways to take things out, put things in, mix things up a little bit.
Right. Yeah. About that. Why, me of all, people?
Why you?
Yeah.
You were a hot ticket item and I grabbed you first.
He looks very confused.
A hot ticket item? What do you mean by that?
A couple different folks trying to get you on their stages.
Oh, is that right? I feel like I heard that actually last time I was in what do Libras call it? Jack Rabbit's Keep?
Oh, the little god domain, how cute. I like going there sometimes.
Really? I was considering going back there.
Oh, sure. If you ever want to find me, I'm usually around there.
Oh, well, I'll have to be on the lookout then.
Yes, Peter visits me quite often.
Peter worships you as well.
Yes. Well, partially, sort of. Another god too, but
Oh, that's a lot of coincidences there, I guess.
I'm sure you've noticed the brands on yourself. He has them too.
And you see him kind of like tap at his wrist at that.
Oh, right. Yeah, must have slipped my mind.
The more you have, the more weight you carry, and the more I need to make sure you stay in line.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, I appreciate that.
You've been doing good enough so far. It'll slip up here and there, but we're all whatever we are.
Yeah, doing my best to make sure I'm doing good this time. I think hopefully we're gonna get a chance to do a lot better pretty soon.
Yes, well, have you had any luck finding what I sent you out for?
Do I know about that at all?
Roll a history check.
Here we go.
You sure don't remember.
I'm sorry, it must have slipped my mind. What am I looking for?
Do you remember our meeting at all, Brandy? Our first one?
Not a lot of it, to be honest. A lot of it was understandably trauma that, was a lot to deal with.
You see him kind of like tapping his foot a little bit at that and turn it.
He starts fucking hyperventilating a little.
Yeah, he turns his head away and kind of starts mumbling under his breath.
They couldn't have bothered to let you keep your memories? Of course not. What kind of show would that make? Silly me expecting anything to ever be easy with this kind of crowd.
Oh.
Our contract was a simple one to start with. I and your eternal torment, which would have been eternal given how your last exit went. And then I was going to give you another go. Do it better, as it were.
Right.
Things expanded beyond that, however. I also employed you to get something back for me during our negotiations. Something dangerous that shouldn't have fallen into this reality's realm.
Oh. Right. What am I, looking for then?
You see him kind of put his hand up in the air, and this like small black mass you can see kind of floating in the air, kind of like wriggling where his hand is. It's like in the shape of a ball and kind of like constantly moving as he's looking at you.
Should look something like this. It's a bit smaller, though it fits right in the palm of your hand.
A black orb?
Technically, it doesn't officially have a name. Well, let's call it a heart. How about that?
A heart. Gotcha.
A black heart. We'll call it that. Just for simplicity's sake. Good narrative word in there. But before It was your world's, this black heart. It was mine. And before it was used, there were no fiends or fae here. I think that's a pretty good indication it should stay in my hands, yes?
See, yeah. Interesting.
Yes, well, if you do see it, I'd like to have it back right away.
If I might ask, do you know...
Well, here's a question. Does it remind me of, like, the Jabber ooze or, like, the ooze, the black moss that Arthur had in his tube or anything like that?
It has a similar consistency to it, I would say.
To both?
Yes.
I've seen similar, things in the past.
So someone's used it then.
I've seen a fellow named Arthur has some of it in a tube in his lab or something, and I think
Oh, Arthur. How's he doing?
he's... I'm sure you know. He's certainly an interesting case.
He comes through my radio every now and again begging for an answer.
Yeah. I've been told he's searching for you.
Lot of ambition in that one.
Yeah. Might be a little misplaced, but I don't think he's necessarily the worst for it.
It's what happens when you peek behind the curtain too much.
Yeah, I could see that. And yeah, there are these other, there are these creatures in the world. They're called, jabbers. They
Jabbers.
look like they're covered in, this kind of stuff. Kind of keeps them alive and makes them, or they cover like these corpses and keep them alive as they try and like recall who they were. Does that sound like anything that this heart might be able to do, or?
It could do something similar.
Looks curiously.
This Black Heart, if we're going to keep up with names. What do they call them again in your world? What is it exactly? You have abilities, right? Like special. I always get them mixed up depending on the different names all the time.
Yeah, sparks is what we're
Sparks.
calling them.
Yes, sparks. They originate from this.
Oh. I see.
When they are combined enough in mass, they become something like this, devoid and absent of all light. Which is why it's quite funny that you call them sparks, when there's absolutely no light in this.
Oh, yeah. That is kind of funny.
Yes, it's a life energy. The life energy of everything. This is just its source.
I see.
If you want to know another little secret, everyone has a spark, just some people don't realize it yet.
That's kind of that's a little cheesy.
He like says with a bit of a smirk.
Everyone has their own thing that makes them unique and special. Some people just don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I guess.
Cheesy isn't a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to have some cliches.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad thing. It's kind of reassuring, I guess.
Yes, well, did you have anything else you came to talk to me for, Brandy? I'm a busy man.
I mean, I'm sure I have a lot of questions. Can I contact you at any point? How would I go about doing that, if I might ask?
He seems to be thinking about it for a moment and holds a hand to his chin.
Well, that radio Arthur has is a pretty good connection.
I see.
Don't know if you'd be able to get your hands on that.
I can certainly try, but I don't think Arthur would appreciate that.
Well, he doesn't need it anyway.
Right, you said he's Yeah, I'm sure he could get another, all things considered.
Just see that white glow again of the smile on his face.
He smiles back, still very nervous, but like, smiles back. He's like,
I can see what I can do about that then.
Yeah. And as you are looking at him, it seems like the atmosphere seems to almost grow like thicker as he's looking at you. Like it's the smoke around the area starts to kind of come back from when you formed before, when you first appeared here. And he looks at you and smiles a little bit.
When all is said and done, I think it's wise we both put our best foot forward and put on a good show.
Yeah, right.
And you see his eyes narrow, and he snaps his fingers.
We do, like I said, have quite the audience to appease.
"Oh, fuck off, Cassie!"
And you look around and see just thousands of eyes looking in at you from all around you on all sides as a very loud whispering kind of starts to infiltrate the area as this smoke just wraps around you and you get sucked back up.
Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children's